Hello and welcome to my stream. My name is Mark Takeshi Ota and I am the voice of Ryunosuke Naruhodo in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Hello and welcome. I'm here with a fan again, just to make sure that everything stays nice and cool because it's getting warm, it's getting sunny, and it's like getting springy, isn't it? Which also means though that, apparently some people in the world have already had a change of clocks, haven't you? Haven't you? A change of clocks. I wasn't prepared for that. I've only just heard that today from my wonderful mods who are mostly based in the north of America, except for our lovely Noodle. But which means that for 3 weeks there's a 4-hour difference between EST at least and here. And then it will go back to being 5 hours? Yes, I think that is what is going to be happening. Poggy Pocket, thank you so much for the gift subs. You are our hero. Did you ever know that you're our hero? You're everything I would like to be. Did you ever know that you're our hero? You are the gift subs within my dreams. Is that how you say it? Underneath my wings, beneath my wings. Those are the ones. Thank you so much for the gift subs, Poggy Pocket. Really appreciate it. Eugene Mikotoba is now a sub. Somebody said that I look like Eugene Mikotoba. I don't know, where was it on? I think on TikTok. Somebody said that I look like Eugene Mikotoba, which he's a handsome fella, so I do not mind at all. Oh, how's my is the ding? It keeps dinging. Wait, is this a different overlay where I don't see the thing? Anyway, it was dinging in my brain and now it's out dinged. Is it the mustache? You don't hear the dings. Oh, have I not? Wait, is it this one? Oh, I didn't adjust the, here we go. I found a setting. So now, after I've just adjusted the settings, there should be dings. There will be dings. There shall be dings. And I wonder, is there balloons? Because I had some difficulty. Yeah, we're back with the reactions. Once there was some difficulty. Sometimes I know, El Carlin, I know. See, I'm figuring this out, and I know where the dings happen. There's a function in OBS where you can control the browser audio, something like that. Anyway, I've had it on for Wukong, but not for this one yet. So, Defense Attorney Mark Takeshi Ota, will any of the other TGAVAs appear for this journey? I don't know. I haven't made any plans for this as of yet. But I think it would be pretty cool. I don't know yet. I haven't really spoken to anyone about this. This was just me kind of being like, hey, I should do some streaming. So I haven't expected also for it to grow the way it has, and I'm very grateful that it has. So I don't know that yet. If there were somebody, who would you like it to be? But I can always ask people if they feel like it, if they feel like joining. Or you can hound them on social media and be like, you should join Mark on a stream. Please don't hound anyone. I'm only joking. Do not hound anyone. And thank you for the sub, Peachy PG. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. There's the ding now. Wait, did I not hear the ding anymore? Very confusing. But Aurores Borealis finally caught up with the VODs. Hey, how's it going? I'm ever so grateful and happy that people are like catching up with my VODs to join my stream. That's honestly, it blows my mind a little bit, like that people are willing to spend so much time with my crazy brain that talks shite for 2.5 to 3 hours. And sometimes, for those people who joined me on Wednesday, sometimes 5 hours when I cannot kill a boss in Wukong, and I just keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going. for those who didn't join, on Wednesday I play Black Myth Wukong, and I voiced Wukong in Black Myth Wukong as well. And I intended to beat a particular boss on Wednesday called Yellow Long, and it was just so difficult. And I thought after a few tries I might be able to do it. And then I was like 3 hours in, and I was like, well, I've already done it for 3 hours now. I might as well keep going. And it was quite a roller coaster, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Those who were there, it was a roller coaster of emotions. What wasn't it? But it was also. I've been actually trying to edit a highlight reel, of just. Because I feel almost guilty uploading like a 5-hour stream onto YouTube. I'm like, it's just me just going through all the 5 stages of grief or something about like not being able to beat this boss. And it was very, very hard. And but there was a lot of fun stuff that happened on the stream. A lot of strange songs that I sang, a lot of beautiful support. My sanity has returned, Mark. I'm not so sure about that, Alcal. I think it was a terrible idea for me to, after like 8 hours of filming 24 scenes for corporate, and then to do another 5 hours of streaming and gaming, and I was very, very exhausted. It actually took me some time to recover. It's sometimes like, sometimes we don't realize the mental exhaustion that happens after doing something that is mentally taxing or something, and even though physically it wasn't, I was mentally drained. I was just like, oh my god. It really took it out of me. It really took it out of me, that fight with Yellow Long. Anyway, I haven't properly said hi to who we got in the chat. We've got so many beautiful people. We've got obviously Mods Extraordinaire, El Carlin, and Noodle Valley. And who else we got? We got Kremty HS. We're gonna have some retrospective opinion on game 1. Ooh, very interesting. Yeah. We let me have a think about that. And we got Nifty, Paradise, Aim listens to. How was everyone's week? How's everybody doing? How are you? Somebody asked me in a group chat, or asked just in a group chat, how is everyone? And I was just like, oh, that's kind of actually really sweet. Just checking in. Wasn't a particular demand or something. And I said, aside from the existential dread about the state of the world, I'm fine. Everything's okay. Aside from the existential dread of the world. But I'm just going to continue saying hi to people, and then we can talk about that for a moment. Scribblenator, Wukong Crash Out compilation. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. Basically, like, editing, kind of me going like, come on, I'm going to get you. And then like, die. And then me crying and all of that. But also, editing is very hard. People will want to see my entire descent into madness, El Carlin. Oh, I'm not sure about that. NEJ Live, it's 1 p.m. and you haven't eaten lunch. Please have some lunch, chicken nuggets and some vegetables. Okay, have some vegetables or some fruit and veg or something, have some healthy food. Balaroth, you do remember the crash out? Thank you very much. Thank you. No one will ever forget. Himmel, how's it going? I prevailed in the end indeed. Eminem, what's going on? You want to watch me lose my sanity. That happens every day on a daily basis. Eileen, that sounds funny. Nautical Delgado, what's going on? Light Bright Reignite, K-Nannery. Who else we got? Mikanox in the chat. Green Burrino. I love that name. Green Burrino. That really trips from the tongue, doesn't it? Is that a thing? Is Green Burrino a thing? Or is that just your name? I'd be curious. And who else we got? Peachy PG. I'm just like kind of scrolling up the chat, which is like the wrong way to do it, isn't it? Stream Samson we got in the chat as well. And who else? So many lovely people. Serene1313.
out with your family. So you try to generally, I hope you have a good time with your family, which you probably don't hear now because you're already out with your family. Reborn P27, the clock change is getting to you. Is it? And Karok's in the chat as well. What's going on? All right, let me catch up with what y'all been saying. Dinosaur chicken nuggets. So how I'm doing this I'm doing the chat talking wrong. I was scrolling up but then asking questions, and then obviously you're answering, and now I'm reading the answers. So Stream Sans has a huge audition tomorrow that you're really stressed about. If I could send you some good vibes, absolutely. Are you a performer yourself, Stream Sans? Well, I mean, you know what it is. Okay. Sometimes we get very stressed about like auditions or interviews or things like that because we want the job, we want to impress the other person. But I mean, really, you do have to just have fun, because it's fun to perform and fun to do, the thing that we do. And also genuinely, they always say that, but like, you are also auditioning them. You are also checking, what is the vibe of the people that I'm auditioning for. And kind of just looking at it as if it was you checking if you and I, the people I'm auditioning for, if we are on the same wavelength, if this is a fruitful collaboration or not, And sometimes you get that and you get the vibes and you kind of, a click, and sometimes you don't. And that is not a value judgment on you. That is simply how these interactions work, but I'm sending you great vibes, and I hope it goes really well, and I hope there'll be clicks, and I hope that it'll be a good collaboration, whatever it is you auditioning for. So, very excited for you. Absolutely. And I hope it goes really well. And just enjoy. And when you're nervous, just take a breath. Take your time, There's no need to rush through it. That's what I would say. But if you want to say more, I'd love to hear what you're auditioning for. But eat food. So I'm so late with catching up with the chat because I went on a little rant here, didn't I? Dino Nuggets, how's it going, LC? Oh, LC, you're saying that people were telling me to go to bed. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear any of that. You auditioning for a school musical. Oh, how exciting. That is amazing. Just have fun. Just enjoy yourself. Where the thing is, when you're performing, also, the more fun you have within... Ooh, We've got a raid. We've got raid from Art Sound. What's going on? Whoa! Just when I'm talking about... How's it going, Raiders? Hello. How are you? Welcome to my stream. I was just talking to our lovely Stream Sams. Has an audition tomorrow for a musical in their high school. And I was just going to give them some good vibes. So the Raiders came to give even more good vibes, innit? That's what we're doing now. And I was just saying, if you perform in, the more you enjoy it, the more people enjoy it. If they just commit to the joy of performing, because it's storytelling, it's sharing, and that's what it's all about. College. Wait, did you say college? Oh, a school musical. Not high school. Sorry. College is also school. But how y'all doing? Arts sounds. What do you make sounds for art? Is that what you do, or is that just a name? But hope I'm having a great time. Loving your work. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. All the vibes, all the good vibes. I am having a good time. I haven't actually started playing today yet because we're just what's the word? Yapping? Nattering. I was trying to combine nattering and yapping, and it became yattering in my brain, and that is not how that word goes, right? I don't. Do y'all? If you're not from the UK, is nattering like a thing that you say in the US or in other places, or is it very British? I mean, yattering sounds pretty good, right? Like if I would just like, oh, we're just yattering or something, then people would probably understand it, right? You do like making arts and the sounds. Oh, very nice. Does it mean you make animations or something? The Yat Fest. Which, like maybe we're just making new words or something. You don't say nattering, but you know what it means. I think also one word I remember that took, how's the music actually? Is it too loud in comparison to my voice? I remember the first time I heard knackered, meaning like tired or something. I said, oh, so knackered. And I think maybe it was an ex or something that said that. And I thought that they were like beaten up or something like that. I was very confused. I was like, what is that? Like, and I just didn't get it. But we usually say yapping or chatting, yes. So that could also work because you combine the two and it becomes yatting or chapping. We were just chapping around, Music's fine. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. You hope so one day. Mostly fan art for now. Yeah, I mean, hey, everybody starts somewhere, right? And that's what did we say before? I think I mentioned this before. In my drama school, the first term's theme was Be Crap Now. I just spoke about that today, actually. And what that was for was if you're training and, you're still figuring out your performance thing, like, you just dare to be crap, dare to bomb, because no one starts out perfect. And if you don't make mistakes, how are you going to get better, Sometimes people are so afraid of getting it right that they don't even start doing anything at all, and that's not that you end up, and I'm gonna take a page out of my own book, because that I've been wanting to kind of like maybe like make a YouTube video or do like some TikTok videos, and I have been kind of busy, which has taken up a lot of my time, different types of jobs. But I'm also like, the truth is, I'm also scared. I'm scared of not doing a good job with it, and like kind of people not liking it, or like it just not being good. But the truth is, I know that the only way I can figure it out and get better is by doing it, So I intend to do that. I want to make some YouTube videos or some more TikTok videos, whether it's funny clips or me just chatting about whatever silly things, yeah, I know that I just gotta commit to it and do it, and then I'll get better. The worst that happens with a boring YouTube is no one watches it. You're absolutely right. And you know what? That's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. No one will die. No one, no, I try to take a very pragmatic approach with those things also. If no one watches it, then I'm like, all right, maybe I'll have to do something different. How do I do something that's more entertaining or more interesting or something, And that's just kind of how I look at it, Anyway, we know what we're all here for. We're here to play a game. And the name of the game is Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. And we've got our friends that are now regular visitors to our stream, which are our little tsum-tsums, our little dudesum and kazutsum, and they're just here, they're just chilling. Our two little friends, they're just, thanks for the follow, Dil. I can't read it because there's so many emotes coming. I couldn't read it. I couldn't read the name. There were all the emotes just coming out of there, and it was just very confusing. Dill something I saw, but it was too much stuff on the thing, on the screen. There we go. Dicky QT. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for the follow. One thumbs up. Wait, there we go. These reactions are never getting old. Neither does my static. Here we go. We've got a new flavor today. The Sainsbury's I go to has a new flavor, which is like orange, lemon, and pineapple, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I can recommend it. For the Wukong streams, I've been playing around with not doing a green screen. And I could do that for this one as well. But, like, then I can't do this and make my head disappear. So I'm still, like, sometimes, I think I sometimes like the green screen. So, unprecedented. New flavor. But you know what? If I didn't tell you, you wouldn't even know because it looks the same, doesn't it? Alright, I'm so excited to continue playing Great Ace Attorney. Wait, I have to go to the... Wait, how do I go to the second one? Continue. Oh, it'll automatically go. We're in TGAA 2 Resolve Episode 1. The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney. That's me. I'm blossoming. Although it's also Susato, which isn't me. But now it is me. And we've got Auchi. And we ended on a cliffhanger, didn't we? What was our cliffhanger again? The victim just... what was it about? The judge, you attempt to hide the truth of what happened is not something that can be over. However, I have duly noted the courage with which you confess. Oh yeah, because Ray last time. Thanks for sharing my links, El Carlin. You are the best. I wait. Now my brain got confused again. I have a bird grain, such a bird grain. Oh, whoa, we got another gold arrow spray. See, now I'm really confused because now you guys can hear the dings, but I can't hear the dings anymore. And I don't understand why. Why can't I hear the dings? That is so confusing. I don't understand. Even though it's on here, why can't I hear the dings? Because I liked hearing the dings. Oh, wait, maybe I think I know why. Hold on. I know why. I know I have to do this monitor and output. Now I should also hear the dings, I think. Okay, fixed something. No, I don't want, no ding for me. Gold Airswear, hello, I'm so glad you made it to stream. Been watching the VODs on YouTube, thank you so much. Caught up to watch me play the second game. Oh, I'm so excited too, and I'm so glad you're coming to join us for game number 2. I've got a mix today of coffee and, I don't know what y'all... I have 2 mugs that are my favorite, and one is this one, and... which is not at all conceited. And the other one is, what was it again? Something about beard. With great beard comes great responsibility. You love the Bean Bros. Wait, the Bean Bros? Who are the Bean? Oh, these Bean Bros. Is that what you... Anyway, Auchi objected because that's just what Auchi does. By the way, what you've been playing? What have you been playing? Art Sounds. What sort of game? All right, Auchi.
Well, Membami-san, if that is the case, perhaps... Ooh, that was like a little bit Wukongi, wasn't he? Well, Membami-san, if that's the case...
No, we should not honor Auchi with a Wukong voice. He doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that.
Well, Membami-san, if that's the case, perhaps you could explain how Ms. Brett came to be stabbed.
Ooh, see, now I heard the ding.
Poop pies. Poop pies.
Do you just... Is that your name, Poop Eyes, so that you get into streams and you get people like me to say a funny name like that? Is that why? Is that why? Poop Eyes is a funny name, isn't it? You played an indie LGBT game called Milky Way Prince. Milky Way Prince. That sounds cute. First time catching my stream. You're a big fan of my voiceovers. Thank you so much. And you got into TGAA because of my streams? Thank you so much. That is so sweet. I really appreciate that. It makes me really happy that my silly voices are bringing you to this wonderful game that I have come to love as well, doing my streams. What does Ray say? Ray says, well,
You have no answer because the simple truth is that you stabbed the victim motivated by revenge.
Objection!
It's kind of a dark game despite the name, so warning ahead. Thank you, Art Sounds, but I shall check it out. Milky Way Prince. That sounds really fun. But you have no conclusive evidence to prove that assertion, do you? Oh. I have evidence, and it is very much conclusive. If you have that, then why didn't you just present that to begin with, Auchi? Huh? What's the prosecution counsel up to? It was brief, but he hesitated for a moment there. I'm almost sure of it.
Oh, excuse me. I've had some hiccups there. Jeez. I remember when I was young once, I had hiccups for a really long time. I hope that doesn't happen to me again, because that would be kind of upsetting.
You will produce the aforementioned evidence at once, Prosecutor Auchi.
Perhaps some praise is due, young yokel student?
Oh God! I meant to change something about the Arnold things, but it's too late. We've immediately. It's fine. We've got like 2.5 hours after this, so it's just some Arnold for a little bit. No fighting in the chat. No killing. Okay, like Arnold is allowed. You can't hear, but we got Arnold attack. You know, somebody commented on one of my YouTube videos, and said like, who or like what is Arnold? And I was like, come on, you can't be serious. Everybody knows Arnold. I think one of the great things about Arnold is like no one doesn't know Arnold. I think he's like one of the most famous person in the world. You know, like who in the world can say 3 words and you know exactly who you're talking about? You can say I'll be back and everybody knows who you're talking about. Isn't that crazy? I wish somebody could say that. I guess with me, maybe people say objection, but like most people will not know. But everybody knows Arnold. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. I'm Auchi. I had imagined there would be no need for me to submit this evidence. My biceps should be proof enough. Yeah. Yeah, I just say yeah, and everybody knows. Yeah. But you've brought this on yourself. Yeah. With your stupid. Oh god, that looks really violent. What the? Oh shit, that's that's not a good picture. No shit. Could a more damning shot exist? Now I think this is a pretty damning shot indeed. But who was taking a picture of this? Like who was hiding in the bushes and trying to? This looks like a setup. Who would have a picture of this? That's crazy to me. Like my name is Arnold, and hold on. Which one is the? I always forget which one's the game. Why can't I see? I cannot see. Wait. Okay, so this one's the. Okay, just had to look to figure out. Just testing. Testing the mic. You straight. Hey, what's up, cursed worms? And very weird creature. What's going on? Yeah, it's okay. You're just in time for a bit of Arnold. Yeah, could a more damning shot exist? The cruelty in the air on that beach is almost palatable. Almost palatable is different from palpable. Always in time for Arnold. Don't worry. Arnold, even when you don't sound like Arnold, Arnold's still happening. Arnold is all around us. You know, all the time. This evidence, more than any other, reveals the true extent of the accused's murderous nature. For it shows the precise moment that Membami-san plunged her dagger into the victim's back. No, that's not true. No. Why
This is so suspicious. Why they have a picture of this moment? Isn't this clear to everyone? It should be really noted. I hope Ryutaro will come up with this now. Yeah, I don't believe it. Oda, I'm Arnold and I'm the judge and I'm telling you to shut up. Counsel for the defense. What was it you was responsible for that shrill scream that just pierced my courtroom? Perhaps his voice has yet to break. My voice never broke, cause I'm Arnold. I was born and I was speaking like this when I was born. Even back in Austria, I was speaking English with an Austrian accent like this. I don't think anybody else speaks like me. Even the people in my village, else nobody is speaking like me. Am I replacing my own voice with Arnold too? I mean, like, this is Arnold attack. Arnold attack means everybody gets Arnolded. Even the chat speaks with the Arnold accent now. Can't you hear? When the Arnold comes, like, wherever you are, you have to speak. You have to type with Arnold accent now. That is the rule. Yeah. Perhaps his voice is yet to break. These yokels are slow of mind and slow to mature. You need to do something. I'm losing it. I'm not losing it. You're losing. What you have to do is you have to lose some fat. Do a workout. Cardio. Do you do cardio on, for like, do a good run? And that's good. Yeah, I don't know. My accent is changing. It's changing. Accent is changing. I'll show you who's... see, Ryutaro speaks. He knows Arnold is coming because he's sending a threat. I'll show you who's slow to mature. I'm like a good cheddar. Yeah, I'm very mature. Delicious and salty. Careful now. Susato is starting to show her face here. Yeah, Susato, you have to be more manly, whatever the fuck that means. It is often said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and here we have ample proof. Yeah, but even the judge doesn't question who took that picture. That's very important. The court will accept this extremely cogent photographic print as evidence. Yeah. The incriminating photograph has been entered into the court record. I can't believe he's had a photograph like that up his sleeve the entire time. I can't believe it either. It's such a stark image. What is a good endpoint for the Arnold? I'm genuinely lost for words. Wait a minute. I don't understand. How did you... who took that photograph? Thank you. I agree. I think that's a very pertinent question. Very pertinent question.
Objection!
That's of no importance here. Stop trying to divert our attention. I disagree. Yeah, objection. There we go. That's an absurd thing to say. It's crucially important. Whoever took this photographic print was a witness to Miss Brett's death and didn't do anything about it. Ouch. I have to react to the finger pointing. Boom. The court must be allowed to hear this person's testimony. And he said, yeah. Auchi said, yeah.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How's it going?
I will uphold the defense's demand.
It's because there was a yal on the screen. The yal made the Arnold come out.
The prosecution will reveal the identity of the person responsible for taking this photograph at once.
The mark was always here all along. It was just... What's the word? What's the opposite of X? What is it when it gets possessed? That's the word. Mark was just possessed by the spirit of Arnold. That's what happened. Arnold came out. That's so brave of him. Yeah, I mean, you know what? The Arnold is everything and everyone.
the spirit of Arnold, who is very much alive. Yeah, but the Arnold is also a state of mind, really. And like, you know what? If anybody's spirit leaves their body and comes back to him, I think Arnold can do it. I believe in him.
Well, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Pardon?
You see, this print arrived at the Imperial Police Bureau headquarters by express post yesterday. But there was nothing to indicate the sender's name or address. The provenance of the print is unknown.
What, and you just accepting that? What if somebody photoshopped it? It could have been photoshopped.
Goodness.
Are we to understand then, Council, that in full knowledge of the fact that this photograph has the murkiest of origins, you nevertheless believe it fit for submission as evidence in the Supreme Court? When you first produced that print before, I noticed that you hesitated for a brief moment. Because you knew that it wasn't completely reliable evidence, didn't you?
Silence, you yokel student and blabbering professor! These sweat pearls coming from my forehead and my glorious hair stuff should not be mistaken for any form of admission of nervousness or guilt. I am a genius prosecutor, as you can tell. What matters is the blatant truth that this print so eloquently expresses.
But the defendant has already admitted to pulling the blade from the wound, so it doesn't prove anything. Thank you. Thank you. Clearly, this isn't the moment that the knife was plunged into the victim's back, but
The moment it was withdrawn? Posh! Don't waste this court's time with your ramblings.
Indeed. Without knowledge of who produced this print, we have no means of verifying the claim. And the scene it captures is without doubt the most compelling evidence presented to the court.
I mean, to be fair, it does look damning. You know, there is a lot of. I obviously believe her, but having said that, it doesn't look like it's like if there was a picture of me, you know, and the knife in someone, and then saying like, no, I was just in that moment, I was just pulling it out. You know, that's it's not necessarily the most convincing argument, you know. But in this particular case, obviously it's convincing because I believe her.
If the defense is unable to shed any further light on the matter, I believe the conclusion is clear.
Oh no. Susato, this is the time for you to fight. If what you established so far is true,
And there can be no doubt.
the stream yatta, we're making new words. What's the other word that I've been teaching you? Chat, do you remember? If somebody goes,
Do we remember how you say that?
10 points who gets it in the chat. The German word, exactly, that we're supposed to spread to the word. Verschluckt. Verschluckt. That's the one. Verschluckt. Wait, I need to type it. Verschluckt. There we go. Verschluckt. I like how people have all typed it differently. But you know what? If in the course of it becoming an English word, it gets typed differently or something, I'd be fine with that. It's okay. It's okay. I just need it to become a word in an English dictionary, and then, you know, I can die happily. Like, not too soon, but, you know, I'll be like, yeah, I've made my mark on this world. Literally. This photograph shows the moment that Ray withdrew the blade from the victim. Oh, Mikotoba is talking. Yes, we just need to prove that somehow.
You'll have plenty of time to rue your defeat on the slow train back to the provinces. And to rue the day you came up against Takitsuchi Auchi in a court of law.
If I can't determine who took this photograph, then
the trial is going to come to an end. No, number one moon hater. Hey, 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 hey! I'm not a moon hater. Come on now, people. I don't know what you're talking about. This never happened. It never happened. It never happened. There must be a clue somewhere. There must be some way of working out who took it. You're telling me or what? I'm not a moon hater. I don't hate the moon. Oh, minions. This sounds a little bit like what was it, Pinky and the Brain, right? And what are we gonna do tonight, Pinky? No, wait, Brain. The same thing we're doing every day. We're gonna take over the world. And the moon. We're gonna steal the moon from the sky.
Well, Council?
Your Excellency. The burning question is who took that photograph? And the truth is... Do I have the answer? Do we have any indication of who might have taken that picture? Hold on. Who took this picture again? Could this... So, who took this picture? I forget. Yeah, when he was talking about a photographer managed to capture the moment his hand karate chopped me. Who's the photographer? It doesn't say. It doesn't say who's the photographer. Doesn't say. The burning question, does Mark still remember? Do I remember what? Remember something from last stream? Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Am I supposed to be knowing? Am I supposed to know this? Oh shit. I have a very good grain. I have a good grain. Following a lecture at Yume by Sosagan on the 11th August, it come to light the very disturbing incident. Ah, shit. It's you, Nifty. No, I can figure this out. Even the smallest amount entering the body, either via the mouth, would prove fatal. Current methods cannot detect the neurodivergent camera. The university would have to be consulted. Onset of symptoms. I can figure this out. Can I figure it out by all of this? By all the evidence that I have? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Am I supposed to know? Maybe it was Giselle Brett herself. I'm supposed to know this? Why am I supposed to know this? There's not that many. Oh, it's probably him. It was Satoru Hosonaga. He was present at the time. Maybe he took the picture. Or Soseki Natsume. Huh. It could be... Wait, did he... It could have been... I feel like it could be Hosonaga because he was tasked with... What was he tasked with? He was tasked with watching... Watching her? Was he tasked with watching her? I think he could have been. I think that's what it was. What did he say? I don't remember stuff so well. It's because I played Yellow Long for 5 hours. All my knowledge has disappeared. My friend Ray can be seen nearly... Article about poison. I do remember the poison. In newspaper, but it's gonna beat my father. I'm gonna say it was. Okay. I feel like it could have been. This isn't about whether I can or can't come up with the answer now. I simply have to. The identity who took this dramatic photographic pin. I feel like it was. Ooh. I assure you, something the defense can and will reveal. Expecting so many tears on stream when when you started. Well, there's so much sadness, is there?
What? No, you can't possibly. But as you so boldly claim that you can, please do enlighten us. Unfortunately, I'm unable to present a name. Okay. How utterly underwhelming. However, I am able to present evidence. The defense has a piece of evidence that reveals important details about the photographer's identity. What?
Okay.
Very well then, counsel. Present your proof to the court. Which piece of evidence do you claim revealed something about the identity?
Wait, what did it say on the bottom of this? It was another organization. Isn't that a female university? The police really ought to have spotted. They were obviously convinced of Ray's guilt from the outset. Is it maybe the pen? I think it might be it might be that, right? But that would be proof that somebody else, not proof of, but evidence that somebody else was present. It took like very distinct because one sentence starting with impaired brain, such that we suggested. Yeah, because got the point death that believed to trauma the victim's lung. I think that's really. Wait, what can I do? Review scene. Which further do you claim revealed something about the identity? Hold on. So we've got this picture. And then we've got this picture. There's the pen. And we had all of this. We can't really see the hand here. I feel like the pen it has something to do with this. But I'm not positive. Raucous England region tells all. I don't like just guessing. I would like to figure out why. I mean, like, to me, the pen and the emblem on the pen says that somebody else was present there. But does it provide evidence that another, who took that picture? Or maybe I'm overthinking it. I do hope you weren't hurt. Maybe I am overthinking it. Maybe it is just a pen. Because the other is an article about poison. Because there isn't that much more. Which evidence do you claim revealed something? So this is what I'm gonna go with.
Take that!
That was wrong. Or maybe not. No, it wasn't. Shit. Oh no, we lost a life. We lost a life. Would you care to squeeze your head in your hands again, Counsel? To punish yourself for presenting such utterly irrelevant evidence. I did try. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Robin the Red Fox. What's going on? It's not morning here, but morning where you are, apparently. I'll squeeze my head as many times as I like it, as many times as I like, as many times as it takes to win this trial. Your Excellency, may I?
You may present another piece of evidence, but no more squeezing, Counsel.
What? Okay, which piece of... Time. Hold on. Okay, what does it say here then? Exclusive. Deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. I can't believe you knew nothing about this. Nothing was reported. It seems an attempted cover-up was at play. This is extraordinary. What I'd really like to know is how a reporter found out about it. But didn't Ray already admit to that? She reported it to the police, right? I have to take full responsibility. There'll be serious consequences. Oh, father. What I'd like to know is how they found out about it. So maybe this is it. Maybe the fact that somebody knew about the poison to report it. That must be it then. The poison article, even though. Oh, what's up, Cozy Corvid? Cozy Corvid. What's going on? I think it must be this one then, right? Like the fact that that extreme meiosis, death would have occurred within minutes. I don't like the fact of just guessing my way through it, but this feels logical. That we're questioning somebody knew about the poison to report it, which means that maybe that's why they turned up here and take a picture, but I don't know if this is really evidence. But maybe the reporter is the one who took the picture.
Take that!
Oh no! No, it's wrong again! I'm wrong again! I'm so bad at... I'm a pro gamer! I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm really good. 100% legend. I don't know what you mean.
Would you? Shut up, Auchi. Shut up. You're stupid. Stupid face. Stupid face. You don't know what you're talking about. God damn it. I don't like guessing my way through it. Well, then it's gotta be one of the pictures, god damn it. Or could it be just the person who took this picture? This is the interview with you and Sosik-san. It looks as though it's quite yes. The photographer managed to capture the moment his hand karate chopped me on the neck. I hope you weren't hurt. Fuck. I don't like the fact that I'm just guessing from one thing to the next. It's embarrassing. Well, not embarrassing, but it's just bad. It's just bad gaming. Thank you, Gossamer Green. It's very, very kind of you. It's just part of Ace Attorney experience. Sometimes you have no idea what the protagonist is on about and gotta brute force it. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. and sometimes I don't know what's going on in life. Single deep stab wound from behind, piercing a lung and resulting in a fatal hemorrhage. Death would have occurred within minutes. Extreme meiosis pupil constriction was observed in the victim in both eyes. Could this ascertained by examination and witness statement? Okay, it can't be this one, obviously, because this is the actual picture. Does it reveal something about the identity? I mean, what is... Hold on. So what's the angle the photo was taken from? It would have been... It must have been... behind here somewhere? Because it's the angle it's taken from
Wait, it's like, how is this even... What is this? This looks like bamboo or something like that. So, where would this have been? So it's just been taken from through the bamboo here at the side somewhere. But does this picture have any information? Can I see anything here from where this was taken? It would have been from somewhere here, but I don't know what the evidence is. There's some feathers on the floor. That's from this thing. From the swan thing. Is there something else that's different? Was something taken or something? Cyber Dreamer, what's going on? What's going on? Hope you're having a good day. I'm just struggling with some evidence here. The police, just the stab wound in the victim's face clearly visible. It feels like, I mean, the photograph could have some evidence, but I'm literally just guessing my way through it now, aren't I? In theory, this picture would show me where this picture was taken from. And it looks like it was taken from somewhere here. But there's no crack in here or something. So it's kind of impossible to tell if there's any evidence. Which one do you claim revealed something about the identity of the mystery photographer? Debate. Well, that's then the only other thing, is it? It's got to be this picture.
Take that!
Oh, it's still wrong. It's wrong again. Oh, this is so embarrassing. No, it's not embarrassing. That's the wrong word. It's just bad. It's just bad gaming. I just got one life left now. I guess I'm just going to have to load my other thing. Because this is going to be annoying at a later point. If I only have one life left, screw it. It's just going to load. Just going to load. Whatevs. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal. Oh shit, I went all the way back here now. We have to do this again now. So this never happened. Okay, like I need to like edit it so that whatever just happened didn't happen. Let me think. Let me just think. Just cut. I'm just gonna do a wipe on the screen. and then that's gonna be a cut. What never happened? I never got an answer, the wrong answer. So oh shit, I should have done this one. Bam. Go hit in the head. Hit in the head. It was a social experiment. I obviously actually always know the answer because I have such a good brain. Everyone just edit it in your minds. This never happened. I never said the wrong thing. Don't you like, with the green screen, I don't know if it's just my brain, but sometimes when you when I move my hand around, I can kind of see the green around it because it's like sort of slowly adjusting to the movement. Anyway, but as you so boldly claim, blah, 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 enlighten us. Yes, I will enlighten you, you stupid Auchi. I'm unable to present a name, but I have evidence. I'm able to present evidence. What? Who's leaving? Very weird creature. You gotta go now. Thank you very much. I hope I got this too. And whatever you do, I hope you got that. Okay, so we already presented this. We presented the pen. We presented this. It's all wrong. Ascertained by examination and witness statements. A single stab wound from behind, piercing a lung and resulting in a fatal hemorrhage. death would have occurred within minutes. Okay. 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 So now that I've only got a few pieces of evidence left, well, this picture looks a little bit. I mean, why is this? This looks like the bamboo is broken, but we can't. This actually looks. Hold on. Where was this taken from? This almost looks slightly like it was taken from behind this or something, which then also would be the perfect place to hide after you've stabbed her in the back. Maybe. So you stabbed her in the back, then the person just hid back there, right? Here, and then waited for Raid to come because they could predict that, I guess, and then take a picture. This is a cockamamie theory that I came up with. But then maybe it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. So maybe it's the picture itself. The picture itself.
Take that!
Blah, blah, blah. Fine. Then I guess... I bet I'm going to present that... this is just bad. So I'm going to present this, but probably it's that now, right? Newspaper article discussion. It became heated. Oh my god. I can tell now what it is. I can tell now that it's the same camera. It's the same camera. I can tell now. Yeah. This is the same broken camera lens as this. Yes. Damn it. At least I've actually got the answer now, so I'm not randomly presenting it. So I've actually figured it out. It is annoying that it took me this long, and I did earlier. Oh, it's behind my head. Oh, thanks for the follow. Wait, how do I make it? Wait, it's behind my head. No, it's right here. Oh, you didn't see it in the other picture. In this one. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of visible. See, you can see the lines here and here. But yes, I am slightly obscuring the evidence. Yeah, I'm slightly obscuring it. Nothing happened. I came up with it immediately because I knew exactly the right answer, which is this.
What is that?
You can't believe I got this first try, right? If it makes me feel better, when you played it with your friends, you almost didn't notice that either. Thank you, Gold Arrow Square. It does make me feel better. Thank you very much. First try. We just edit it out. We go straight to that. And it will be a not at all strange jump cut.
The newspaper again?
Yes.
Rockers England returnees tell all.
I got that. I'm the acest of attorneys. Even greatest of acest attorneys. It's not the headline that's relevant here, Your Excellency. Excellency. It's the photograph. See, I did earlier think, that's why I gotta go with the... I did earlier think, oh, I wonder if it's the same photographer. I didn't say it out loud, I just thought it. So this is not very, convincing, but I did think like, oh, I bet it's the same. And obviously, it is the same photographer. There's going to be two pictures. It's going to be the same photographer. Did I say it out loud? Did I? Maybe I did say it out loud. Okay. I'll go back to it and look for proof. Wait, why is that? Anyway. If you look at it closely, you'll notice that there are some white lines on the right-hand side.
Ah, yes, indeed. That already caught my eye as it happens.
Huh? What of it? A shadow of some kind, presumably, from the branches of a tree or the like. There are no trees growing inside my laboratory at the university, I can assure you. Now, if you look closely at this photograph, I actually thought earlier it might be like a spider web or something like that when I looked at it.
Good gracious!
Yes, exactly the same pattern of lines is present on this photograph too. Well, that tells us nothing. Nothing whatsoever. Yes, it's a shadow of some kind, definitely, from the branches of a tree. Yes, that's it. There wouldn't be any trees growing inside a hut at the beach council.
What's quite remarkable about it is that the two patterns are absolutely identical. How could such an extraordinary similarity have transpired?
The curious matching pattern that appears in both photographic prints is the result of clearly a camera defect. It has to be something on the lens. Obviously, it must be due to a problem with the camera used to take the photographs. Stream said if you punched him, that would make quite the ouch.
Very good.
Very good. We like silliness on this stream, so you're always welcome to make stupid jokes. Not accusing you of anything, Stream Sans, by the way. Would never. I would never. With the photographic device. Oh, nifty! Thanks so much for the resub. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Eugene Mikotama. Can we see the similarity? Look, if I had more gray in my hair, whoosh, and then I go, maybe I should cosplay as Mikotama. Maybe that would be actually more accurate. I get a little kimono or something.
Yes, Mikotama. Hello. Yes, we can confidently say that the camera's lens must be scratched.
Mikotaba.
Very good, Elsie. Very good indeed. And that the scratched lens caused unwanted lines to appear on every print taking with the device.
In short, the two photographs under consideration here were taken with the same camera. I mean, that's been pretty obvious, hasn't it? But there must be hundreds of such camera devices here in the capital. Oh, come on. Not with the exact same crack. What are you on? Crack? Jesus, idiot. It would be utterly impossible to identify the owner of this particular one.
Objection!
What are you smoking, Auchi, eh? I think you're forgetting Prosecutor Auchi. Or maybe he's on some opium or something, isn't it? That one of the photographs featured in a newspaper article. A newspaper? That's right. Ow! Come on, Susato! That hurt! Oh, wait. Was it on this side? Yeah, this side. The author of that article is the mystery witness to this crime. What? That's funny. This should be a good thumbnail, right? Yes, I have to do.
I see. why you were called a raucous England returnee.
What are you yelling about? You've already testified.
It's
Memo, I tell you, memo. Memo? Me, Mo. What are you talking about? Sussex-san? What the fuck was that? Did you say many memo? Ever since I returned to Japan, a reporter from the Shoyu News has been hounding me, following my every move. Oh, it's the guy that was in the background taking pictures. A reporter by the name of Raiten Memo. Yes, hounding me from dawn till dusk. Now that he mentions it. Yeah, the guy just taking pictures. Oh, and I just spot he has ink on his hand. Ink on his The pen is his. The pen is his. I'm calling it now. It's the pen that was found. Look, he's writing with a pencil, but he clearly has ink on his hand, and that must be from the pen that was found at the scene of the crime. He's a murderer. A murderer he is. Murder. Most foul. You are a murderer, and I'm pointing at him right now. Like this dude. Wait, where is he? That guy is a murderer. They secretly spy, snapshots, scribble stories, and scupper my privacy. But maybe he isn't the murderer, but it's definitely his pen. Could that same reporter be? A camera to the left of him, a notebook to the right. There I am, stuck in the middle with you. And I'm stuck in the middle with you, writing many memo. He's like Soseki is like he's like magic miking or magic Soseki, isn't it? Look at him dancing. It's like ta 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 ta. Or maybe he's just maybe he could go on RuPaul. Strut.
So you're saying that this picture was taken by...
So sexy. Very good. That's good. I like that, Gossamer Green. That is so sexy. By Memo, yes. My lord, your excellency. Esquire. And I don't know if it helps that he looks like he's pooping half of the time, but he's like, I want to win RuPaul. It's like, I had the best outfit. I don't want to sing for my life. Or lip sync.
Officer, find this newspaper reporter at once and bring him to my courtroom. We will adjourn for a short recess in the meantime.
Yes, Your Excellency. As you say, Your Excellency.
And one more thing. I want this knife, murder weapon, examined for traces of poison. You will solicit the assistance of the Imperial University's medical department for the task. Understood?
Meh. What is it? What is that? Like he's like being super like what is the word? What is the word? Like being super formal. Like, okay, let me just put my hands down. Meh. He's being so formal. Meh. Meh. Many memo. What is he saying? Why did he say many memo? Meh. Not meh. It's like, Your Honor. Meh. Jesus. To be continued. To be continued indeed.
Save our progress. Yes, we've made progress. Memo. Wait, see, and we're doing our. Don't you like it when like see now we're at TGAA 2 and we're slowly gonna like overwrite all the other ones because we're going through all of them, right? That's our save game technique. That's just how Mark rolls. 13th August, 10:41 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber 3. That's 4 days after my birthday. My birthday is the 9th of August. You will miss the TGAA 1 slot. Maybe I'll keep one then, just so that we'll keep them there. Meh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Susato. I should have told you about the toxin. Ray. Oh, she's upset.
You have a strong sense of responsibility, I know. That's why you decided to shoulder the burden alone.
That's not it at all. I was scared of my failure coming to light, that's all. So I hoped to retrieve the substance from the Englishwoman before anyone found out. Before the trial started, do you remember what you said, Susato? My dad used to say all the time. Like, even though I didn't speak Japanese growing up, I heard it like, for those that don't know, it means like idiot. So the only words I knew in Japanese growing up were and urusai, which means shut up, or technically it means loud, but urusai. And onakasuita, it's like I'm hungry. And itadakimasu, which is what you say before you eat. So those were the Japanese words that I knew. Wait, what's happening? Vocal stim? Sorry you went through that. Wait, did somebody go through something bad? Meh is my vocal stim, or when I have nothing to say but want to talk. Wait, what's awful? Forget-me-nots. I don't get it. Did I miss something? It's alright. That you had... Oh, why did I only know those words? Oh, it's just because I didn't speak Japanese. I spoke German. German is my first language. But so it wasn't a bad thing. It's okay. You're having 7 different conversations. That's fine. That you had no doubt in your mind about my innocence. That you'd stand by me to the last. I remember. And yet I didn't deserve your trust in me. I hid important details from you, Susato. I completely betrayed your faith in me. The way I framed it sounded like your dad only told you to shut up. I'm so sorry. No, I love my dad. My dad is my treasure, and I love him very much. And he's a wonderful dad. So I'm so sorry. Did that come across like I was like super abused or something? I wasn't. My dad is wonderful. But I was a very loud child, so it's not surprising that I would have been told to shut up. And like kids are also stupid, so and baka is not as bad like as calling it like I don't think it's like, oh, you're an idiot. It was more like it's like I don't know. It doesn't sound as bad. It's more cute, I think. Accidental dad slander. No. I wouldn't want to do that. I love my dad very much. Hit me, Susato. I deserve it. No, in fact, throw me to the floor. I don't know. This is suddenly becoming very inappropriate. No, that's good news. That's too good news. That's too good for me as well. Drag me through the city streets. Oh, calm down now, chat. Or myself. Everybody calm down. I'm no better, you know?
Oh. Even though now this is getting serious. No weird stuff. Even though in my heart, I knew that you'd pulled the knife blade from Miss Brett's back. There was just a brief moment when, in my mind, I doubted you. Susato, I'm sorry. After I stood here and promised that I'd stand by you and always be on your side, I betrayed your faith in me too. And as such, I've failed you as a lawyer. Oh, no.
I think this situation has taught both of you a valuable lesson. Placing your unbridled faith in another is no easy task.
Yes, Father. That fact has certainly struck home. Which is why I can see more clearly now. So, Ray. Yes? Can you find it in your heart to forgive me? Hi! Oh, Susato. You know you'll always be a gallant, dashing lawyer in my eyes now. Oh, Ray. I'm blushing. It's so sweet. So sweet together, aren't they? I was so scared, when it happened. I didn't know what was going on. The English woman was sitting at the back of the hut listening to what I was saying. I know, it was... Oh, thanks for the follow, Michael Fletcher. Michael Fletcher? Michael Fletcher. Fletcher, or Michael Fletcher Jr., maybe. Maybe that's the one. I know it was you who... Oh, this is Jim Jams, isn't it? I know it was you who stole the poison. Well, now, whatever do you mean? Wait, who's talking? And then, a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet. Yep. Before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back. Oh, it was Ray, maybe? It all happened right before my eyes, and you were the only people in the hut at the time. That's right. Just Miss Brett and myself. There was no one else. What? So she was stabbed in the back, in the hut, when no one else was in there. So I just don't understand how she could possibly have been stabbed like that.
A great mystery indeed. Very mysterious.
I still can't believe it happened. That's why I just couldn't bring myself to speak up.
It'll be all right. However, it happened, and whatever really went on by the sea that day, I promise you, excuse me, that I'm going to prove everything you said you saw is true. Yes, that's what we're going to do. We're going to prove it.
Spoken like a true Mikotopa.
You silver fox, you.
Now, I think we should discuss what's coming up in the trial, don't you?
And I don't just say that because people are comparing us.
We don't have much time. We must make sure we have our facts in order.
Yes, I expect the poison is going to come under close scrutiny in the upcoming proceedings. The police should hopefully have identified it on the blade by now. The trouble is, it's a completely new laboratory synthesized blend of alkaloids. Whoa, that's a mouthful. The police won't have any way of testing for it. Oh, I see.
Yes, without this chemical reagent, it's impossible to detect the toxin.
Chemical reagent?
I sent a colleague of mine off with some earlier to deliver to police headquarters. Can you imagine? I'm a professional voice actor. I keep tripping over my own words. I think perhaps you should have some as well, though.
just in case. The chemical reagent has been entered into the court record. What's the matter, Susato? You're suddenly very quiet. It's this newspaper article. Exclusive, deadly poison stolen from Yume Medical Research Laboratory. I'm wondering how the information got out, given that it was a government secret.
Was all the Englishwoman's doing?
What?
It was when the professor and Soseki-san were being interviewed at the laboratory. That so-called English lady swarmed in and without any compunction said to Professor Mikotoba, "Oh, Professor, surely your guest would love to hear about your work on that substance there."
It put me in a very awkward position, to be frank. But Soseki-san's curiosity had been piqued, so I had little choice but to give him a cursory introduction.
So then, Soseki-san knew about the poison.
Yes, and it's highly likely that the reporter who was writing up the story about us would have caught a glimpse of the toxin too. This Many Memo-san.
Many? Oh.
Okay, it took me a moment, but this is meant to be many memo, right? As in somebody who takes many memos. And in the Japanese katakana, it would be many memo. That's very cute. Because also, I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I only realized because somebody tweeted at me. I forgot who it was, but that Ringo and Nash from the previous case, from the last case, obviously Ringo in Japanese is apple and Nashi is pear, and they're also apple and pear shaped, and they also eat apple and pear, and I didn't make that connection from their names. So, yeah. Oh, did you also not know about that, LC? Yeah. Puns. By the way, did that reporter join you all when you went to the beach?
This has brand new information.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the names are basically like that, right? And the color of their clothes and stuff. And they also modeled after Mario and Luigi a little bit, aren't they? Oh, no, I don't remember the reporter. I mean, like, given that the main character's name is Naruhodo, right? Which translates as, I see. I mean, you kind of know where you're at already, don't you?
Oh, no, I don't remember the reporter being there.
Indeed, he shouldn't have been. I very much doubt anyone would have wanted him there.
Huh?
The known criminal had been given permission by the authorities to bathe by the seaside. Soseki-san pointed out that inviting a reporter might be problematic, so the man was sent back to his office.
Scribblenator, you take care. Have a good one.
Bye for now. Yet he obviously didn't go back. He secretly followed the party to the beach and took this very candid photograph. And then, presumably, he posted it anonymously to the police.
Not good. Yes, that must be what happened. Counsel? We've just heard that the new witness is now ready to testify.
Testify.
The trial is about to resume. Please proceed into the courtroom at once. It's time to steel ourselves once again, then.
Just a sweet smile.
Defense attorney
Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Yes. That is me.
Ray has put her faith in me now and told me everything. So I can't let her down. I have to prove that what she's telling the court is true. I have to prove what really happened that day. We're going to prove it. We can do it. We can do it. 13th August, 11:30 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature.
Courtroom 1.
I hereby call this court to order as we reconvene to continue the trial of Ray Membami. Prosecutor Auchi, have you summoned the new witness?
Before I address that question, Your Excellency, I have some very important news to share.
Oh? What news? And why does he look so happy about it?
During recess, with the collaboration of Professor Mikotopa's laboratory at Yume University, the police re-examined the knife that was abused to end Miss Gisely Brett's life. I like it. Oh, no. It's fine, I caught him. I totally caught him. He didn't fall. Nobody fell. Nobody fell. Everything's fine. Nobody fell. Nobody fell. Nobody fell. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. I'm Auchi. I like it in my head. Boo doo doo. Doo doo. The police re-examined the knife that was used to end Miss Gisely Brett's life.
Oh, this kind of hurts a little bit. Ouch.
Ouchie! Maybe that's why it's his name, because he keeps hitting himself. Yeah, what's going on? Who's going to... We got another...
Oh no, not again. Excellent. I admire your rapid handling of the matter.
Who? All right then, Baloroth. Who? Ouchie. Auroras Borealis, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you.
Too kind, Your Excellency, too kind. I was merely carrying out your instructions, of course. It's okay, I'm Arnold. I can take a good beating. Yeah, phrasing. What? No.
I had the reagent delivered to police headquarters by rickshaw, so it would be there in good time. But judging by the man's swagger, I fear we might need to brace ourselves for the inevitable.
And, Counsel, what were the results?
I'm smart and strong. This dagger, which was so cruelly used to end the life of the victim, has no chance of poison anywhere along its blade.
What? Are you sure about that? Well, maybe it was all removed by the blood already.
Will I stake the reputation of the Arnold on it? I mean, I have a reputation to protect because I'm the Arnold. I'm the governor.
Armed with the reagent, the test is extremely simple.
They couldn't have made a mistake.
The murder weapon has been entered into the court record.
In short, the uses feeble excuse.
I wonder if it is it possible to do the Arnold with Auchi's voice?
In short, the accused feeble excuse earlier has been utterly destroyed. Now the prosecution is ready to call in your witness.
The newspaper reporter who managed to capture a photograph of the crucial moment. Good. Very well, officer. Bring in the witness.
Get your head off the table. Come on now, Ryutaro. No trace of poison on the knife. But if that's really the case, how could the toxin have entered the victim's body? With the pen! Calling it. Calling it! Yeah, what's that ink on your hand, huh?
Yeah, witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Writing mini memo of the Show You News. I'm what people like to call a journo.
What's What's a journo, Father? Do you know? It's
simply contraction of journalist.
I'm there when the news breaks, putting pen to paper to catch those scoops so they're in print the next morning. Yeah, they don't call me the hero of the Herald for nothing. The nice guy of news. Yeah.
ouch. It was you who took this photograph, was it?
Yeah, very well. What have we here, huh?
Oh my god, you know what he looks like? He looks like Gaston. He looks like Gaston from
I ate 5 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. And now that I'm grown, I ate 6 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of a barge.
That's what he looks like. I'm sorry.
Oh, brace yourselves, people. Many Memo senses a scoop in the offing. Have you seen my biceps? Female student up to foul play defended by curiously handsome young lawyer in Supreme Court. Oh, I take a picture. The readers will lap this up. We'll set it above the fold at 72 point in a 5-like format in the forenoon morning.
Huh? What?
Right then, let's start with your name.
I don't know why he keeps going, but it seems fitting. Oh, it's Ryutaro Naruhodo.
Next, what made you want to become a lawyer?
He does look kind of a lot like his animation style makes him look like a Disney prince in some ways, doesn't he? I wanted to reform our country's legal system, I suppose.
Ryutaro has suddenly become very ambitious, I see.
I just borrowed Kazuma-sama's dream for a while.
By the way, hey, my name is Taketsuchi Auchi. That's Taketsuchi Auchi. The so-called dark horse of the Supreme Court. My objections strike fear into every defense lawyer's heart.
No, the readers won't buy that.
What?
Witness,
Yes.
what this court demands to know is whether or not you were responsible for the taking of this picture. It was delivered anonymously to the Imperial Police Bureau only yesterday.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a journo if I didn't click quick when presented with a scoop like that now, would I? Sometimes stories call out to me. Sometimes I have to chase them down, but either way, you've got to be fast. Fast legs to run with and a fast hand to write with. It's no good if you don't note it down, I always say. That's what I call my many memos. Many memoism. Many memoism. My many memoism.
Many memoism?
Ah, yes. I remember your face. We met that day when you were interviewing myself in Soseki-san. Yes, right. That was me. Many memo again. I'm everywhere. But you were supposed to be going back to the Shoyu News offices after our meeting. But the scoop is, I didn't. Because that Englishwoman's words had piqued my journalistic interest. Tastes good. That pencil.
Miss Brett's words?
Ah, yummy. A criminal left to do as she pleases, just because she happens to be a British sister citizen.
Oh, damn, he destroyed that pencil.
It's horse dung. This country's judiciary is rotten to the core.
Damn.
The Supreme Court's rulings aren't worth the paper they're written on. The police are just imperial pawns.
Okay, I mean, he has some He's very, what is it? Like rebellious. He's a rebel. He's a rebel with a cause.
Stay your tongue, young man. There are complex political issues at play.
Well, anyway, I quickly jotted down those words she said in my memo pad. Many memo pad, many memo pad, many memo pad, many memo pad. Anyway, are you ready? I'll read it out. It's all right here. Right, here goes.
A rebel with the claws. Very good, very good.
I should like to go with everyone to see your country's coast.
How many pencils does he have?
A serious criminal going on some junket. The people need to know about this. That's why I decided to sneak after them. To get the woman's story, so I could hammer her in the press.
Do you mean to say that you did indeed witness it firsthand? The grim scene portrayed in this photograph?
Huh. Oh yes, I saw it with my very own journo eyes. From start to finish, through the viewfinder of my trusty camera.
Thank you, Mini Memo, son. You will now give a formal testimony before the court. You will state exactly what it is that you witnessed of the events surrounding Miss Brett's death. Witness.
Testimony. The camera never lies.
Not entirely true, but okay.
The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The Englishwoman was sitting on a stool when the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the Englishwoman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My smoldering journo spirit burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through with a perfect shot.
Why does he keep trying to rip apart his clothes? Read screens, you say?
Right. You can see them clearly enough in that great shot I snapped. The hut walls were just screens made of coarsely woven reeds.
Yes, it allows the breeze to pass through and bring some relief from the summer heat.
And it was a breeze for me to poke my camera through and see the whole thing hotting up.
Ignoring for the time being the appalling invasion of privacy involved. Yeah! Just taking pictures in like when a woman is undressing. It's just not right. Did you witness everything that happened from the moment the defendant entered the hut?
Oh yes, I saw it. I saw the whole thing from start to finish.
And you say that you took the photograph through a gap in one of the screens.
Luckily for me, they were pretty shoddily woven. I pulled the reeds apart and thrust the lens of my camera through the gap. Would I get away with it, or would I be seen? It was the gamble of a lifetime.
Yeah, the tenacity of purpose that's considered admirable in a journalist, I suppose.
Run a risk one day, run a scoop the next. That's Manny Memoism in a nutshell.
At last, it would appear we have a genuine witness to this wicked crime. The evidence and testimony are extremely compelling. I believe we may be close to a verdict.
No.
Wonderful news, Your Excellency. Oh, wonderful.
I think we have out-Arnolded, haven't we?
Nevertheless, it cannot be denied. This testimony begs one very large question.
What question?
Exclusive news, a startling photograph. All the makings of an exceptional story for the reporter.
Gossamer Green, gotta go. See you next time. Have a good one.
Yeah, this is indeed a very good story, isn't it? Was he just trying to create a story? Why then was the story never published?
Oh, that's right.
It seems clear to me that there are criminal circumstances at play here that are yet to be understood.
More pathetic excuses.
Very well then, Counsel. Proceed with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Excellency. There's more to this reporter than meets the eye. What about the ink? The ink! He's keeping something about this case very close to his chest.
The ink is definitely proof of something. Alright, cross-examine the bastard.
The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of... Just out of curiosity, to see if I can already deduce which one we could... I'm still going to press him on stuff, but... Student girl came in and started... The Englishwoman was sitting on a stool when a student girl came in and started arguing. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the Englishwoman to the floor as she stabbed her in the back. My smoldering journals burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera, ready to click. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for the perfect shot. I can't tell from this already which one it would be. Clown Borbozo, gotta go to work. We all gotta work sometimes. Hope you have a good one.
Sometimes. Okay, I think we gotta press. I don't think I can figure it out already from all of this.
What made you want to see what was happening inside the beach hut in the first place? Call it journo instinct. Can you think of a better reason? Oh, I don't know. Perhaps because, as well as being a proven criminal, the person inside was a young woman? Ah, I see where you're going with this. Brace yourselves, people. He's painting the journo as a voyeur. It's hardly slander, sir. You had a camera and you were taking pictures without the woman's knowledge.
Very true. Can't argue with that.
Nope. You've got it all wrong, little student boy.
Sorry?
To my mind, all that was inside that hut was a scoop. Nothing more, nothing less. Scoops? No gender. Man or woman, it's all news. That's not even memoism. It's basic journalism. If only the courtroom was as indiscriminate. Right, so if that's all buttoned up, can we move on?
So the court then witnessed what side befell your eyes when you looked inside the hut.
A sight that vindicated my journo instinct, that's what. When I pulled back the reeds, I could see it all as clear as day. The English woman was sitting on a stool when a student girl came in and... Oh no, I wanted to press on that. Press.
Hold it!
Yeah, you hold it right there. So, you actually saw Membami-san entering the hut? Yep. And she was raging like my journo spirit. And the argument you mentioned, what was that about exactly? You stole it. I didn't steal it. That kind of thing. Talking about the poison, I suppose. The student girl walked right up to the Englishwoman and really started laying into her. I mean, if she'd laid into her any more, there would have been eggs. What?
The man should have been an author. His descriptive talents are wasted in journalism.
But the student's ranting fell on deaf ears, like a Japanese person listening to English for the first time.
He really ought to work on his similes first, though, to be honest. Yeah, that's a weird line. Anyway, the point is, that woman in the dark was mightily angry.
And her temper finally got the better of her, it seems. Dear me.
Which was the climactic moment that I caught on film.
God, so many pencils destroyed.
Alright, pull her into throwing the floor.
Hold it!
Do you swear before this court that you actually saw the precise moment when the stabbing took place? Huh, the precise moment? I didn't see just that. I saw the whole hellish scene play out from start to finish.
I have here a simple plan of the beach hut. Perhaps you could use it to explain to the court exactly what you witnessed.
Right you are. It's all here in my mini memo pad. Mini memo pad. When I first peered into the hut, I'm sure that the English woman was on this stool at the back of the hut here.
Yes, the accused's own testimony confirmed that.
She just sat at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly. Oh, so then somebody could have reached through the reeds of the hut and stabbed her that way, because as the journalist just said, it's very easy to poke through and you can just move it out of the way, right? So, shouldn't be... So this is kind of what has happened. But whether or not it was the journalist or not, it could have been the journalist just to create a story. If I play the AA mainline games, you can't wait for me to understand Baroque is soft throwing the chalices away, not on him. Unlike the whips, the birds, the beads. So there's more stuff in the other games, I guess. She just sat at the back of the hut smiling sweetly is what I have noted down. It's my turn to testify now. Try not to interrupt.
What? What? That guy's a cocky.
Then the next moment as I was watching. I do not like this dude either, El Carlin. He is not a nice man. The evil student girl entered the hut. After a while, the pair of them ended up in the middle of the hut, arguing furiously. The Englishwoman went for the student, but the girl dodged out of the way. Wait, what? See, that seems unlikely because she was stabbed in the back. And in a flash, plunged the knife into her adversary's back as the two passed each other.
What you describe is a grim crime indeed.
Never sugarcoat the truth. That's what many memoism says. By the way, Many Memo-san, whilst you were watching that terrible scene unfold before your eyes through the gap in the screen, did it not occur to you to try to prevent the tragedy rather than capture it on film? Journos have to be observers. We can't get involved. That's our raison d'etre. So you didn't converse with Miss Brett at all? Obviously not. An observer always remains on the outside looking in. And that's something to be proud of, is it?
Your Excellency, if I may. Yes, Professor?
Making sure Mikotoba and the judge sound different. Oh, we got ads incoming. Okay, I'm gonna have it take a little loop break when the ads are running, actually. I think the witness's last, expertly phrased statement should perhaps be added to his formal testimony. Father, what are you?
I will grant the defense's request. Many Memo-san, will you supplement your formal testimony with the aforementioned statement?
Well, nihilism is the foundation of many memoism, but I'll gladly prove that my words aren't meaningless. I never once set foot in the... Wait, so what is the... So what's the... Wait, what did we all press on? So this is what we just pressed on. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the instrument on the floor. So the next one we haven't pressed on yet. My smoldering journo spirit burst into flames. Quick as a flash, I whipped out my camera, ready to click.
Hold it!
The court is fully aware of your desire to capture the incident on film, I'm sure. But why then did you choose to post the photograph anonymously to the police? Oh, now we're in ads. Good. I'm gonna take a quick loo break, and then we'll be right back. BRB. Hello, and we're back. Karok's not feeling so hot today. Stressed, tired, and not a happy panda. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you're feeling better soon. It's also completely normal. Hey Eric Cami. Thanks for the follow. I mean, I've had like a bit of a tough week, if I'm perfectly honest. Not a tough week, but I had a couple of days, you know, where I was a little bit more down than other days, and I always just try to on those days not let all the negative thoughts get to me, and, you know, do something that I enjoy, whether it's like hanging out with friends or playing games or whatever, and then I let sleep kind of put it behind me and, you know, kind of start a new day the next day, and you know, that's just how I look at things, and that usually works quite well, but it's completely, it happens, right? We all sometimes have some down days, so I hope after a night's sleep your next day will be a little bit better. So yeah. And people have infections as well. Oh, is that what it is? You have an infection. This infection. Oh, you've got an infection. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sounds upsetting. Solution to stress is punching the same boss over and over for 5.5 hours. Yeah, that sometimes is a solution as well. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Everybody, whatever it is, you know, like if you have down days or if you're ill or something, you know, yeah, it's just sometimes life sucks. Hope it gets better. That's really all we can do, right? Anyway, more Many Memo son. Many Memo, not son. He doesn't deserve to be son. He's just a douche. I'm afraid I don't understand a word that's coming. Excuse me? Excuse me? Well, maybe you're a freaking idiot, Many Memo son, if you don't understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I'm asking why, as a journalist, you decided not to make a story out of the incidents. Can we throw him on the floor? Yeah, I wouldn't mind that, actually. Think of me as a sculptor who makes art out of the sordid, private details of other people's lives. But I never discuss my own personal life on principle. I mean, that's basic Many-Memoism. He's also like such a narcissist that he makes like his name into a ism, and like his philosophy on journalism into a ism. It's like, dude, just chill. You're not that special, okay? It's not something to boast about.
No doubt your burning desire to see the truth exposed and justice done was what motivated you.
That's it. That's brilliant. My burning desire to see something or other exposed. There has to be a good reason why he didn't think to write an article about what he saw, though.
By your own admission, you were outside the hut. How then did you manage to take the photograph?
Ah, yes, that. I'm glad you asked.
Oh, and it leads right to the next one because we've pressed on this now.
I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for
Hold
a
it.
perfect shot.
But the two women inside didn't notice.
Huh, obviously not. If they had, where would I be right now? In jail. That's where.
Well, so he gets that what he did was illegal.
Which you'd think would make you reflect on what you were doing. No, a journo's job is to collect little snippets of life as unobtrusively as possible. Leave nothing but footprints, take nothing but photos. Yes, that's spot on.
Did he just make that up?
The point is, the witness risked life and limb to obtain this photograph. And this photograph reveals the whole truth. There is nothing more to be said.
I never once set foot in the hut or spoke with the Englishwoman. I was there only as an observer.
Hold it!
Really, you didn't set foot inside the hut at all? Are you quite sure about that?
I think you may have the wrong impression of me. We're talking about a murder scene here. My nerves were stretched to breaking point already.
Oh, I see. You were scared? Maybe I did have the wrong impression of you, yes?
It was all I could do to stifle a scream and hold my hand steady enough to snap the shot. You really should have summoned help before thinking of your camera. Many memoism and humanism don't always agree, and most of the time in those instances, many memoism comes out on top.
Just to say like one thing in truth, really, that is an accusation that's often leveled at journalists, right? Like when they're taking pictures of things. And sometimes it is true that it's a difficult, I haven't spoken personally to journalists, but it's like sometimes a difficult, like, is it better to take pictures of injustices and so other people learn about them? Like, this is a bad, obviously, examples. It's not like quite the same, and he's a douche. But oftentimes we need pictures of injustices to happen, right? And like sometimes it's not the journalist's position to interfere or something, or sometimes they also can't, right? It's difficult. It's difficult.
As a sculptor of stories, sometimes I have to be cruel for my art. Yes, that's spot on. Okay, let me write that down.
Did he's just justify himself by simply being a horrible human being? Surely he's making all this up.
He claims to have spied the whole affair from start to finish. If true, his testimony is devastating. But it does seem as though he's holding something back, doesn't it? If that's how you feel, what's it?
I suggest that you trust your instincts and press him on everything he said. Yeah, we just did that. As you've no doubt done many times before in your role as judicial assistant. Yes, I have. I've seen witnesses like this pressed often. I know exactly what to do. All right, well, we've pressed him on everything already. So now we just need to figure out. So the beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. What evidence do we have that we could potentially present? Okay. So his picture is meant to be like kind of from over here somewhere, isn't it? That's where he must have looked through. And she would have been stabbed probably from behind here some. But if she was stabbed here, how could she have been walking around after being stabbed? That seems very unlikely, right? Because you would probably feel that you've been stabbed. We haven't really analyzed this knife yet. Ah, yes, this must be the victim's blood. Oh dear. Blood is never a pretty sight, is it? I'm having to fight the urge to run it under a hot tap and get it clean.
You've always been fastidious about cleanliness, haven't you?
I think this is something else, Father. Okay. Okay. Right, so we've analyzed that. We've got a special solution Are we going to use it? The label appears to be written in a foreign language that I don't know. It's German! So your knowledge of English is going to be little helpy, I'm afraid. What does it say in German? Couldn't you just have written medicine on it in Japanese? Then we'd all be able to read it.
German is the international language of medicine, my dear.
Is it German? I can't really read it.
But yes, I can certainly see the merit in labeling the bottle in Japanese, though I'm not sure medicine would be entirely appropriate.
I have no idea what it says. Say... Can't read it. Can't read it. Oh, it should say reagent. Reagent? Something like that? Reagent, reagent? Okay, I'm not sure what we can present on. Okay. Those are the pieces of information we have. The beach hut was made of shoddy old reed screens, so there were plenty of gaps I could see inside through. The English woman was sitting on a stool when the student girl... She was sitting on a stool. Where's the stool? Stool is up here. We also see that there's a gap here, right? There's a gap right here. So she could have been stabbed through the gap. But the picture was not taken from here. There is also... I mean, there's a lot of footsteps in the sand, but obviously I don't know if there could have been lots of also other people. Does it look like there's footsteps from here? I don't know. There's no footsteps here. English woman was sitting on a stool when the student girl came in and started arguing with her. Seconds later, the girl pulled out a knife, throwing the English woman to the floor. You know what? Like, Susato does throw people to the floor. Oh wait, it wasn't Susato, it's Rei. Maybe Rei learned it from Susato. As she stabbed her in the back. My smoldering Jono spirit burst into flames, quick as a flash. I pulled apart the rough weave of one of the screens and poked the lens through for the perfect shot. I never once set foot in the hut, nor spoke with the Englishwoman. I was there only as an observer. So could it be that... Because all the footprints in here are not likely... They don't look like... I mean, I don't know. They don't look like they would be footprints. What sort of shoes does she wear? But they somehow don't look like they would be from her. I wonder if that's the thing. Or the footprints. Because there's footprints here, there's footprints there. I don't know if this is... Because they look like really big footprints. But I don't know if that's... if that is legit. It feels like that's what it is. Just gonna do another save. It feels like that's what it is, but I'm...
Objection!
Yeah, no. It's not correct. The question is kind of... shit. Wait, is this resolve? What? No! Oh god.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened. He's fine. He's fine. It's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Kazutsum survived. Oh, Chrysanthemum, you're in here as well. I'm sorry. Everything's okay. Rockabye Kazu on the treetops. You didn't fall on the floor. You are okay and not injured at all. And so you'll be fine sitting here now. There we go. Everything's good. Everything is awesome. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. See? Gaslighting lullaby. I don't know what you mean. I would never gaslight Kazutsum. Never. Anyway. Right. So this was wrong, clearly. So this wasn't wrong. So maybe it's the pen. That's it. It's got to be the pen. Because he has ink on his fingers.
Objection!
Told ya. I did see it earlier as well. So, but I'm only now making the connection. Okay. Or I didn't present the right piece of information. Many Memo-san. Until now, I've had a firm belief. I called it earlier, didn't I? I called it. That newspapers are in the business of uncovering and publishing the truth. You're spot on there. Yeah. The press don't lie, which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the... Oh. It is definitely his pen. It is 100% his pen. Proof. Vindication. Which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. I thought it was just because he had the ink on his hand, but I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen, pineapple, apple pen. Classic. Anything but that song. Why? What's wrong with that? Oh, this is memes before memes were memes. How do you ban a streamer? My feelings are hurt. So hurt. I have feelings, you know? You've seen me cry. You know I have feelings. So rude. Press doesn't lie, but El Carlin does. Which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. I hurt my feelings. It's okay. Thank you, kitchen. Where's my mod protectors? It's okay. I know El Carlin didn't mean it. I think El Carlin is still like kind of took it personally when I accidentally hated the moon or something. Or said that I hated the moon, which was just a misreading. It was a translation error. Clearly, it was a misreading of the things. But I don't think you've ever forgiven me for that, have you? See, you still don't believe me. It was a mistake. It was a mistake. When are you ever going to forgive me, El Carlin? Mods are torn on. Oh, kitchen! What is it? Everybody's ganging up against me. We're trying to solve a murder here, okay?
which is why I'm proud to wear the emblem of the Shoyu News on my arm. The crowd is confused. People are confused. I'm sorry. People that weren't there for it are confused about the moon hate. It's fine. It's not important. We can just move on. We can move on. We can move on. There's no hate. No hate on my stream. No hate. No hate of anything. In a way that's more many-memoism. Sadly, though, it seems we're moving on. We're moving right along. It seems the journalists who write for those papers don't always share the same passion for the truth.
What are you suggesting with those recriminatory words, Counsel?
Many Memo-san, do you recognize this fountain pen? Oh, he's starting to sweat, is he? This pen was found at the scene of Miss Brett's death. In fact, the murdered victim was gripping it in her hand as she died.
What are you?
If you look at the barrel of the pen, you'll notice that its owner's initials are engraved there. R.M. Many Memo. What is his first name?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up, Counsel. The initials of the accused, Ray Membami.
Is it a coincidence, I wonder, that your initials are also... What was his first name? Are also RM.
No.
Oh, right 10 Many Memo. RM.
That's horse dung, which I would have shoveled for years because I'm horse shit? I don't know. Didn't really work that, did it? Can't you see? One of the central tenets of many memoism is being a pencil user.
And yet, as the court will clearly be able to see on your right hand, there is a very obvious blue ink stain.
It would appear that you must have rather carelessly left it somewhere recently. Your favorite fountain pen, that is.
Wait, what?
Writing Many Memo? Wait, what? Did I miss something? Did I miss a joke? Maybe I missed a joke.
Horsey, horse dung.
Many Memo-san, is it not the case that before she died, you met with Jazzalilililibidibida Jim Jams in that beach hut?
Objection!
Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Oh, right 10. Right 10. So, writing? Is it meant to be writing? Writing memo, many memo? Die 10? Wait, did something just appear in front of my mouth? Like some kind of animation? Like a reaction? Or did I missee that in the corner of... Oh, an emoji. That's what it was. Thank you. I thought I found another reaction, a new one or something. But
Why should we listen to this absurd nonsense? It's nothing but another excuse.
Exactly. Shoyu News will stand behind me all the way. I deny everything. There must be as many people with the initials RM as there are stars in the night sky.
the defense has neither the time nor the inclination to count every star in the sky. And there's no need anyway, because this pen has more to tell, yes?
Oh, look! We've got Smug Susato now. We've had Smug Dew, now it's Smug Susato.
There is another clue.
A clue that undeniably proves who its owner really is.
In that case, counsel, the defense will now show the court where this alleged clue lies.
Of course, Your Excellency.
And we're gonna show him exactly where it lies.
The piece of evidence that was needed all along. It is the emblem on the pen. At the bottom, we can find it. The emblem of Shoyu News. And that would mean that RM is not remember me. In fact, it's Raiten Menimemo, son. But he's not son because he's a bitch. He's a murderer and a liar. And that's why we tell him now to go away to jail. As well as the initials, there is also an emblem on this fountain pen. An emblem that you will, of course, recognize. Many memos-san.
Goodness me. It's the emblem of Shoyu News.
In other words, the owner of this pen is an employee of the Shoyu News, whose initials are RM.
Ooh. Burn! What are you gonna do about that now, huh? Many bitchmo? Suddenly the stars in the night sky don't seem so numerous.
Do they?
Well, Many Memo-san, how do you respond, huh? You sweaty pile of horse dung?
No! No!
Order! Order! Explain yourself, witness.
Oh, this is almost exactly like my hat, isn't it? My hat. Actually, this guy, I could like very easily cosplay. I think like I have like most of the things that he has.
So, this is how the mighty Supreme Court works, is it? Using coercive tactics to have well-meaning citizens reveal harmless secrets. I've used nothing but honest tactics. All right then. Fine. I won't try to hide it anymore. Yes, not long before that grim tragedy unfolded. I just need a pencil, don't I? I, a Shoyu News reporter, on behalf of the public, conducted an interview with the Englishwoman.
An interview? Do my suspenders stretch that much? Maybe that's a more difficult one. I'm kind of quiet. Or maybe because I was too far away from the mic. Once I'm closer, it's probably better, isn't it?
You never mentioned this before.
When exactly was this? As I said, it was before that evil little student girl showed her face in the hut. It couldn't have lasted more than 2 or 3 minutes, that's all. It was just a brief exchange. But it came to nothing, and as we many memoists say, the people don't pay their dues for unworthy news.
However insignificant you deem it to be, this court cannot overlook the meeting between yourself and the victim.
Away hat. I don't want to be Many Memo. Because he's... This is a good theme, isn't it?
You will testify now under oath about the precise nature of this meeting and what transpired.
Got it. Yes, all right, but... on one condition.
Okay.
Condition?
In all good conscience, I couldn't speak out alone about this. You need to call back the earlier witness, Soseki Natsume-san.
Soseki-san?
Oh yes, according to my notes here, that man...
has a secret of his own. And brace yourselves, because it's not a harmless one. It's big. Oh. Oh. Not again Soseki. Why? But Soseki's so sexy. Many memoism states that one man's secret is every other man's front page story.
Very well. I will grant the witness's request in this instance.
I'm not sure if you should be granting requests to witnesses. That doesn't seem right.
Officer, summon the earlier witness back to the stand.
Soseki-san, hiding something?
Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me. Soseki-san has kind of like, I think his fame has gotten to him. He's turned a little bit, I mean, he was always a little bit weird, but the witness's secrets.
I asked the Englishwoman for an interview, but she declined, so I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question. But he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many memoism demands that I reveal it now.
Oh, he's not gonna like that.
You mean to say the victim?
The victim regained consciousness.
Well,
When she did, you decided to ask her a question.
that's, true. Yes.
He did, and that's not all. The woman gave him a very definite answer. An answer that incriminates the accused. Whoa. This is preposterous. Why am I only hearing about this now? Why didn't you mention this before, you yokel hack?
It wasn't even a conversation! Yes, I did pose the withering English rose a question. I don't deny it. But she could no longer speak. She was barely conscious, even. Counsel for the defense, I expect a thorough cross-examination to be conducted here. This court must and will know the truth.
Absolutely, Your Excellency. The reporter is claiming that Miss Brett implicated Ray somehow. What on earth could have happened in that hut? What on earth could have happened in that hut? What indeed? What secret? Right. Okay, so I asked the English woman for an interview, but she declined. So let's see if we can figure out. So I left the hut without making a fuss. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran. The detective being Hosonaga, so he ran off to fetch help. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question, but he didn't say anything about that in his testimony, which is why many men. Okay, so you're gonna have to reveal it for us. But let's just press all the statements then and see what we come up with. Okay. You asked her for an interview, you say?
Well, of course I did. I wanted to ask her about the incident she was involved in at the end of last year.
About the case in which Dr. John H. Wilson lost his life.
That's not the way I phrased it. Many memoism calls for straight talking. Why did you murder Dr. Wilson? Is how I put it to her.
Yes, that sort of talking is as straight as a ruler.
Ask every question as if you were asking for a menu in a restaurant, I'd say. It's the best way. Veteran at the paper taught me that. And how did Miss Brett answer? With one simple phrase. Mystery is a woman's charm. Whew, that told me. So I waltzed right out of there. Really? Something about that doesn't quite seem to fit together. Leave every room as if you're waltzing in a dance hall, I say. It's the best way. Veteran at the paper taught me that. Who's that veteran at the paper? Maybe we should talk to him. Or her. Then, watching secretly from outside, I saw the woman being stabbed and the other witnesses come running.
Hold it!
That was very persistent of you, considering that Miss Brett had just turned you away. Persistence wins the prize. Any memoist will tell you that. Let them think you've left. Then, just when they lower their guard, that's when you swoop in for the scoop. And the fruits of your labor are all too apparent in this telling photograph. Though I'm sure the young yokel student would rather not be reminded of this damning evidence. Well, I can't wait for Auchi also to fall apart when we show him up and, you know, maybe his little bit of hair is just going to start falling out. Actually, it's thanks to that photograph that we managed to identify this witness. And now that you've found me, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I've got nothing to hide. I'm sure.
Please, do go ahead, witness. The court is eager to hear what you have to say.
Try to stop me. There's a story to tell here, and I'm gonna tell it. Okay, then. Can't wait to hear what the secret is. The detective realized that the victim still had a pulse, so he ran off to fetch help. And Soseki-san remained behind in the hut. That's right, yep. Our author friend here was a blabbering wreck, shaking all over, from his head to his toes, mustache twitching, eyes bulging.
What do you expect? You don't know the terrifying troubles that daunted me whilst traveling abroad, back behind baleful bars, and they'll be coming for me surely. That's all I could think. I felt as though I were gasping for air, drowning in a sea of cold sweat.
Poor Soseki-san. His experiences in London have scarred him deeply.
As the world seemed to close in around me, I quietly recited a prayer to Amida Buddha. Eternal emptiness, empty eternity. The end is coming for me, surely.
Gosh, he's such a drama queen, isn't he?
No citras are to resound in my courtroom, please.
And now, we come to the crucial part. That's when it happened. That's when this writer man here asked the woman a very significant question.
What question? What exactly did he say?
Well now, you should hear that from the horse's mouth, I think. Don't you, Mr. Writer Man?
Ah!
Out with it, you yokel hack. Does he call everyone a yokel? What the hell is a yokel? What did you say to her? What did you say to the dying English woman?
Oh, he's given up. Well, in truth, I'd been catching crabs at the water's edge and building castles in the sand, you see.
Well, the seaside is a place to be at leisure, I suppose, even for a grown man.
But then, all of a sudden, from that little beach hut, a young girl's panic-stricken cries for help pierced the air.
Ray.
I ran up the beach to see what was happening, to find the defendant leaning over the collapsed victim. As soon as Inspector Hosonaga saw Miss Brett on the Miss Jim Jams on the ground, he sprinted off to get help. And then, just a moment later, I heard a faint moan. A moan from the dead English woman.
Well, she wasn't dead then, was she?
An unsophisticated person from a rural area and country bumpkin is a yokel. Interesting.
Sounds like the stuck-up thing that Auchi would say. I nearly jumped out of my skin. But what did you ask her, Soseki-san? I asked her, who did this to you?
Don't protect this any longer. How did the woman respond? She didn't. She said nothing in response. But when in the stand, you will answer the questions asked of you unambiguously. Now, without evasion or reticence, I demand that you amend your testimony. I will.
Could he be more dramatic? Jesus. Okay. So we've so this has changed to this now. So we're pressing on this.
Hold it!
Okay, so what did she say? What did she say? He is a writer, Cyber Dreamer. You are correct. You are correct. So you tried to find out who the culprit was.
He who asks a question is a fool for a minute. He who does not remains a fool forever.
Whose quote is this? Is that a quote actually from Soseki's books? Because that would be cool.
And having been labeled a criminal twice during my time in Great Britain, I was quick to make up my mind. Better to be a fool for a minute than remain a fool in prison forever.
However, you've indicated that the victim failed to respond. Is that correct?
I know why the Englishwoman said nothing. She was ignoring me because of my stoop and mustache, because I'm Japanese.
Oh, her racism comes through again. Oh dear. Soseki-san has really developed a dislike for the English, it seems. Maybe.
Having read the report on his time in Great Britain, I can't say I'm surprised at his xenophobia.
But the Englishwoman didn't ignore you at all, did she, Mr. Writer Man?
Well, yes, all right. She did respond in a manner of speaking, I suppose. She just lifted a trembling finger and pointed in the direction of the defendant.
Hold it!
Miss Brett pointed a finger at the defendant. Soseki-san, is that really true?
It's not easy to stand here and say this, but when we first entered the beach hut, the Englishwoman was sprawled on the floor before us, with a student girl standing on the far side of her. And when I asked, who did this to you?
See, but that means she pointed at the gap.
So I think that there was another person behind. Excuse me. The Englishwoman summoned her last ounce of strength to point at a trembling finger at the back of the hut. Which was, it can't be denied, in the direction of the student girl who stands accused today.
No.
Soseki-san, why on earth did you neglect to mention this in your original testimony?
Yeah, that's not good.
But fiddlesticks, I say. This is not a British court of law. You will respond in Japanese.
はい、じゃあ日本語で話します。はい、そうです。イギリス人の女の人が指さした。後ろに指さしたんですね。
I don't know what hut is in Japanese.
ハットの後ろに指さしたんですが、私がトレンブリングでした。ふらふらした。
I don't know what's trembling.
彼女もトレンブリングした。全部なんかあんまり見えませんでした。それについて考えれば、僕もなんかどうしてもなんか他のところに指さしたかもしれない。ちょっとなんか他のところに指さしたかもしれないんですよね。
かし、いや、ちょっとだけじゃなくて、全然違うところに指さしたはずです。女の子の、学生の女の子の全然別なところに指さしたはずです。どこがハットの後ろに誰も立っていませんでした。You mean that your memory of events and the direction in which the victim was pointing are both unclear? はい、そうです。unclear です。I am very, very unclear.
Objection!
Your Excellency. I mean, he said that he should speak in Japanese, so. Surely, this proves the matter beyond all reasonable doubt. Yes, the woman may barely have been conscious, and yes, perhaps her finger wavered slightly. But there can be no doubt that this was an attempt by the victim to confirm the identity of her assailant. Why? Because the court can see there was no one other than the accused in the direction of the direction the victim was pointing.
It's because he said fiddlesticks. That's the indication that he was speaking English, right?
Fiddlesticks! It is now abundantly clear that no one besides the accused could possibly have committed this crime.
I am inclined to agree. And in the absence of any credible argument to the contrary, I believe we can now conclude this trial.
Oh, come on, you keep wanting to. Do you have somewhere to be, Judge? Can you just let the evidence speak, finish
Stuff, court, things, we still have not everything done. Thank you. I rest my case. The headline's writing itself. Dashing lawyers hopes dashed. 92 point across the whole page. We'll do an extra edition. No, don't rest the case. No, it's not rested. I mean, I continue the case. I rest my case of continuing the case. That's what I meant. This is a serious blow, Susato. Unless we are able to identify the true culprit and substantiate our claim with evidence, the judge will give his ruling and the trial will be over. But that's impossible, Father. We don't even know how the crime was committed yet. Impossible though the task may seem, we have no choice. We must think back over everything we've learned thus far. Somewhere in all those details, I'm confident we'll find the clue we need. Ray gave us her account of how events unfolded in the defendant's antechamber before the trial resumed. She told us what happened at the precise moment Miss Brett was killed. The Englishwoman was sitting at the back of the hut, listening to what I was saying. And then a moment later, she suddenly got to her feet before collapsing on the floor in front of me, with a knife in her back. How could Miss Brett have been stabbed in the back in a beach hut that was empty but for herself? Well, there was a gap somewhere amid all the information we've gathered. So for the, yeah, we saw a little gap in the. We've already solved this.
I take it then that the defense has nothing further to add.
So, the gallant yokel students. See, I've already here, right here, in the back. There is a gap right here. That is how she was stabbed. Someone stabbed her through this gap, calling it. I can't say I'm surprised.
In that case, I'm ready to deliver my final verdict on this matter.
No, objection. This is a crucial turning point now. If I can't establish what really happened, it's over. It's over. Where was the real culprit hiding, and how did he or she stab the victim? I know how.
Objection!
Yeah.
Your Excellency, I respectfully ask you to postpone your adjudication for the time being.
To what end, counsel? I had a prior engagement to go to, actually. I wanted to play some pachinko.
The defense would like to present the court with an alternative theory. An alternative theory that can explain who the victim was actually trying to implicate with her dying gesture.
Objection!
Well, let her speak first. An alternative theory? None exists.
Objection!
Well, they're just shouting objection at each other now. There was someone else present at the scene who could have committed this crime.
What?
And the victim, Miss Brett, tried to reveal who it was to those around her at the time by mustering all her remaining strength and pointing a trembling finger in the killer's direction.
This is fiction. Fantasy.
Very well. As you seem so sure of yourself, Counsel, I am prepared to hear your alternative theory. So, young Ryutaro Naruhodo,
Yes, Your Excellency.
you will present your latest theory to the court by means of this plan. At the moment the victim was stabbed, where exactly are you proposing the culprit was concealed?
Ta-ta-ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Right here. Right here.
Naruhodo-san would never give up. And I am a Naruhodo now.
The true culprit who fatally stabbed Miss Brett was concealed in this location here.
Are you mad, Counsel? You're suggesting the culprit was outside the hut?
What? What? What?
Order! Order! Order!
But student lawyer Naruhodo-san Esquire, that makes no sense at all.
You've just pointed out the exact spot where I was hiding to get my scoop snapped.
Wait, so his picture was from there? But that's not exactly what it looks like, right? It looks like he was more from the side. I guess maybe it's not. Because she's lying this way. So his picture should have come from here, right? I think. Because she's facing to the left here. Yeah, his picture should have come from here somewhere. But if he's the murderer, then that's fine. Don't get too hung up on it. I'm very precise with my physics, okay? Well, okay, fine. It's you, Many Memo, then.
But I didn't see any suspicious individuals loitering about. I can swear to that.
Well, you are the suspicious individual, my friend.
Obviously, if the culprit had been outside the hut, there is no way that he or she could have stabbed the victim who was inside the hut.
Actually, Prosecutor Auchi, there is a way. And in point of fact, the defense can provide evidence strongly suggesting that is precisely the way Miss Brett was killed.
You're bluffing. You're bluffing, you yokel.
The defense's assertion is clearly too fantastical for the court to comprehend. You will need to give us more guidance, Counsel. What piece of evidence corroborates your theory that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut? Well, it's got to be this now. It's got to be this because there's a hole in there. And I spotted that hole ages ago. So it's got to be that. I guess in theory it could be this as well because... But I mean this... It's got to be this picture because this looks very much like she was sitting there, she gets stabbed from the hole, and then she gets up and falls over. Like that feels... It's got to be this. It's got to be this. The original photographic print of the crime scene?
Yes, it's clearly visible in this print. The trace of the fatal thrust that was delivered from outside the beach hut.
Objection!
Oh, maybe the hole was created by the thrust.
Do you take us for fools? There's no hint of any such thing.
I'm not sure that everyone present would agree. Someone, at least, appears to have noticed what it is that I'm referring to.
Counsel, once again, I must call on you to be explicit for the court. Where on this photograph is the trace of the stabbing which you claim took place from outside the hut?
Obviously right here. Right here. Right here.
Right here. Look closely, just here. Da da da. In the screen at the back of the hut, you can see the effects of a blade having been forced through the reeds.
No, I can't see any such thing.
It's true that the hut in question had 4 walls as you'd expect. However, by parting the reeds, a knife blade could easily penetrate them.
I mean, if you can take a picture through it, then you can put a knife through it, right?
I mean, that's like pretty obvious.
This is extraordinary.
Yes. The true culprit actually stabbed the victim from outside the beach hut. No, we're not doing a 5.5 hour stream today. No. We're finding a good end point. And of everyone present at the scene, there is only one person who could have done that. Only one person who was directly outside the hut when Miss Brett was killed.
Ow!
Right 10 many memo-san. It could only have been you.
Is he going to fall apart?
This preposterous idea leaves me almost speechless. Just look at the photograph again. The victim lies almost exactly in the center of the beach hut, does she not? Are we to assume, as part of this farcical scenario, that the assailant was a knife thrower?
Objection!
No, of course not.
We're not? Oh.
If you recall the testimony of the defendant about the events just before the victim's death, she's got her iPhone book back. Inside the beach hut, I confronted Miss Brett, but she just sat on a stool at the back of the hut, smiling sweetly at me as if she knew she was untouchable.
A stool?
Have another look at the photograph. The slit in the reed screen would align perfectly with the back of a person who was sitting on that stool.
My word. So, in fact, the victim was
Killed whilst sitting on that stool by a stab wound to her back delivered through the reed screen. Having been attacked, Miss Brett rose to her feet instinctively. But then, unable to speak, she collapsed on the floor in the middle of the hut. Before the defendant, Membami-san's appalled eyes. And that, Your Excellency, is the truth of what happened on the beach that day. Wait, have we beaten him already? Is this already it? By your silence, Minimemo-san, I take it that you don't deny the charge. No, he still doesn't seem to be accepting this.
This is absurd.
That will do. It would appear that we have a tacit admission of guilt from the witness. Accordingly, this court has succeeded, and this is not the end of this, established the truth of this matter because he hasn't broken down, right? Which means that the defendant, Membami-san, is innocent of the crime.
Oh, thank goodness. I finally made him cave. I must say, I've never been more proud.
No, this can't be. The Auchi clan can't. What of my growth of the hope? It wasn't all an apparition. I can't accept this. I won't.
I see no reason for the continuance of this trial. I will therefore move to conclude proceedings by delivering.
It's Many Memo-san, isn't it? Many Memo-san is speaking. Because he hasn't fallen apart yet.
Well, this is all very convenient. This is how the highest court in our mighty empire delivers justice, is it? Suppressing well-meaning citizens' freedom to speak and branding them as criminals.
But we've established that the victim was stabbed from outside the hut through the reed screen walls.
And no one but you was in place at the time to have his hand on the hilt of the blade. It's a perfectly logical deduction. So, your argument hinges on the location of whoever stabbed the Englishwoman, does it? Well, it seems a little irrelevant now.
Irrelevant.
Where she was stabbed, how she was stabbed. It doesn't matter. I mean, whether she was stabbed at all makes no difference if you think about it. After all, this trial's already shown the whole thing hinges on something else.
What are you talking about?
Brace yourself, little man. I'm talking about the fact that everything's changed. Because of the dirt you dug up.
What?
Enough obscurity. Explain yourself, witness.
What's to explain? I'm talking about the poison, of course.
Oh, yes. We forgot about the poison. Something has to have happened with the poison. There was no poison on the blade.
Let's ask the professor for a comment on the situation, shall we?
And I think figuring out the poison has to be part of the next stream. I think that is a good point to call it our 3-hour stream. Because I just can't, what happened to me last time with Wukong has to have been a one-off. I'm committing to the 3-hour streams, and I think that is a good time. I think that is a good time. Sometimes in life, it's good to know when to, when to end things, and also otherwise, if we just breezing through this thing, then we have so much less fun of it, So I think this is a good point. This is a good point. We figured out a lot of stuff, and we can really zero in on the poison next time, I'm like a parent reading your 67 children. That is exactly what this is, It's like, and we'll find out next time what is going to happen. Indeed. You enjoyed both the Many Memo voice and the Auchi voice. Thanks, Light Bright Reignite. I feel like also Many Memo, that came like this. This was immediate, wasn't it? And it's like, even though he looks like Gaston, it's not quite Gaston, because Gaston is rejected. Wait, how does it go again?
This woman is tangled with the wrong man. I'm humiliated, utterly disgraced.
I've always wanted to do at some point the song between
Who, you? Never, Gaston. You've got to pull yourself together. Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Gaston, looking so down in the dumps. Every guy here'd love to be you, Gaston, even when taking your lumps. There's no man in town as admired as you. You're everyone's favorite guy. Everyone's odd and inspired by you, and it's not very hard to see why.
And I'll continue this next time because I cannot destroy my voice now. But this has been really good. It's been a great stream. There will be at some point a musical extravaganza. Let me actually check something quickly. Also, we sometimes at this time we had somebody stream, but I don't think they're streaming. I've noticed sometimes we've had a stream of shit, what's their name again? Where's all the people I'm following? Show all the people I'm following. Atelier Khan, Eddie, who gave us the Tsum Tsums, also was sometimes streaming on Sunday, so I thought we could raid them, but they're not online this time, so I think we're just gonna, unless is there somebody playing Great Ace Attorney, because that could be fun if we just like pop in on their stream. Lawyer time. Law will be law. Who is this? Somebody's streaming Great Ace Attorney. Should we go say hi to MCMIVC? Let's go say hi to MCMIVC. Why not? Why not? Right? MCMIVC. And we're gonna see each other again. They're in the first game. So it's Gary Depp and Joan are testifying. I think that's what it is, right? If I see this correctly. So we'll just go say hi to them. Thanks for the cheers AIM listens to, and thank you everyone for the wonderful stream. I had a great time, and you know, it was a nice also pick me up from my difficult week, and I always look forward to these streams. So thank you everyone very, very much. I'll make myself a little bit bigger also. Thank you ever so much. Balloons and confetti and lasers. And I'll see you all. I'll be back for Wukong Wednesdays as well. But otherwise, we continue this journey. And I need to hide my green screen. We'll continue this journey next week on Sunday. So we did save already, so it's all good. All the love, and I'll catch you all soon. And we're going to end this stream and we're going to raid. Yay!